Good evening and welcome back to UINDY TV News. I'm Charles Foster.
And I'm Pete Roeger.
We start tonight with breaking news. Mexico says its most wanted drug lord is dead. Authorities confirm that Army killed Nemesio Ruben Oseguera Cervantes, better known as El Mancho, the leader of the Jalisco New Generation cartel. He was killed during an operation near Guadalajara. El Mancho later died while being flown to Mexico City. Authorities say several suspects were killed or arrested and weapons were seized. Authorities say cartel members retaliated quickly, setting vehicles on fire and blocking highways across multiple states, prompting flight suspensions, school closures, and making numerous shelters in place. The U.S. has offered a $15 million reward for his capture. Officials call it a major blow to the Jalisco New Generation cartel, a key supplier of fentanyl to the United States. Security experts warn the cartel leader's death could trigger a power struggle, raising concerns that violence may continue in the days ahead.
Turning now to the Northeast, a powerful bomb cyclone is battering the New England region tonight, bringing whiteout conditions, dangerous winds, and heavy snowfall that has shut down travel across the region. More than 40 million people are under blizzard warnings, and 200,000 are without power as the storm dumps snow at rates of up to 3 inches per hour. Some areas have already seen more than a foot of snow. In New York City, a state of emergency is in effect. Schools are closed, a citywide travel ban remains in place, and thousands of snowplows are working around the clock to keep streets passable. Near hurricane-force wind gusts topping 70 miles per hour are expected. Air travel is also heavily disrupted right now, according to FlightAware. More than 10,000 flights have been canceled nationwide, with the biggest impacts at airports serving New York, Philadelphia, and Boston. Officials are urging residents to stay off the roads as blowing snow and strong winds continue to create dangerous and in some cases impossible travel conditions.
President Donald Trump is considering potential military action against Iran if last-minute nuclear negotiations fail, according to officials familiar with internal discussions. U.S. and Iranian negotiators are set to meet in Geneva this week in what could be a final effort to avoid conflict. Sources say the president has discussed an initial targeted strike aimed at pressuring Iran to abandon its nuclear program. Possible targets include nuclear facilities, missile sites, and the powerful Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. Officials say a larger military operation later this year has also been discussed if diplomacy and limited strikes do not succeed. Meanwhile, U.S. forces, including aircraft carriers and fighter jets, are moving into the region, raising the tensions across the Middle East. Iran maintains it will not give up uranium enrichment, leaving the outcome of negotiations and the risk of military escalation uncertain.
A man is dead after a shooting involving federal agents at Mar-a-Lago early Sunday morning. The U.S. Secret Service says the man made an unauthorized entry into the resort's secure perimeter around 1:30 a.m., carrying what appeared to be a shotgun and a fuel can. Agents and a deputy with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office confronted him and ordered him to drop the items. Sheriff Rick Bradshaw says the man put down the fuel can but raised the shotgun, prompting 2 Secret Service agents and 1 deputy to open fire. The suspect, described as a man in his early 20s, was killed. No officers were injured. Multiple agencies, including the FBI, are now investigating. President Trump and the First Lady were not at the property at this time.
This past Saturday, all of the bodies were recovered from the February 17th avalanche that happened on the California side of Lake Tahoe. A group of 15 experienced skiers and friends were on a trip with tour guides, but when leaving early, they were trapped in an avalanche, killing 9. At this time, the incident is being investigated by multiple entities. The area will be closed to visitors for several weeks.
Plans for NASA's newest mission to the moon, Artemis II, have been delayed for the second time because of testing faults. A crew of 4 was originally planned to launch in February, but because of a hydrogen rocket fuel leak during a pre-test flight, the mission was pushed back. A date had been set to take off on March 6th, but because of a disruption of helium flow during a routine check, the mission will have to be pushed back further. There is still no set launch date.
Hershey's is pushing back against claims that it altered the famous Reese's Peanut Butter Cups recipe. The controversy arose after the grandson of the original inventor accused the company of changing the ingredients, suggesting the candy no longer tastes like it did. Hershey's officials have denied the claim, saying the recipe has remained consistent for decades and that any variation in taste could be attributed to natural ingredient differences or production methods. The company emphasizes its commitment to quality and the legacy of the brand, which has become a beloved American candy for generations. The story has sparked discussion among fans online, with many defending the classic taste or questioning whether any change is noticeable.
A dog abandoned at the Harry Reid International Airport has found a new home with the officer who rescued him. The dog, nicknamed JetBlue, was left at a ticket counter after his owner allegedly failed to provide service animal paperwork. She now faces animal abandonment charges. After a 10-day hold and more than 2,500 adoption applications, Retriever Rescue of Las Vegas placed the dog with responding officer Skeeter Black and his family. JetBlue Airways also donated $6,000 to the rescue, with another donor matching the gift, which helps turn a sad story into a happy ending.
Pete, I can't say I wasn't disappointed when the flurries started coming down yesterday.
Absolutely, Jace. Can you give us an update on how the conditions are going to be into tonight?
Yeah, well, things are going to continue to be a little bit chilly, some possible flurries. No accumulation, though, is expected throughout most of the night. But, man, it's been a crazy last week, hasn't it, guys? We went from storms on Thursday to snow on Sunday and into today as well. Luckily, temperatures should begin to warm up as we head into the rest of the week. Looking at the map right now, Pete, you mentioned that bomb cyclone up in the northeast, up here is causing all that snow and whatnot. That will eventually move out of the way. And as for us, as things kind of push out of the way, things will be a little bit windy throughout the rest of the night, but that should peter down as we head into the rest of the evening as well. But our next chance of some snow or some rain will come on Thursday. We'll get into that in my future forecast in just a little bit, but first, some more local news. Welcome back to Grand Slam Sports. I'm Jace Hodge, and I'm going to be your host tonight.
And I'm your co-host, Charles Foster.
And I'm Jackson Strasburger, your sports analyst.
And that'll do it for today's edition of Grand Slam Sports.
Tune into Good Morning Greyhounds on UINDY TV on YouTube at 9 a.m. on Saturdays.
Start your morning right with entertainment, interviews, and games all on Good Morning Greyhounds on Saturdays at 9 a.m. And you can even spot a greyhound.
And we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good evening and welcome back to UINDY TV News.
For the campus, local, and national headlines you need to know, tune in to UINDY TV News, Mondays at 6.
Take it on a game-winning buzzer beater, long range.
Ladies and gentlemen,
angry at you, Freddie. We got to get off TikTok.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Paul Salinskis getting them threes up.
What are you talking about? Whoa.
Due respect putting Anthony Davis up there. I do like it.
He stinks
but
too.
Just give Paul Pierce the ball with 10 seconds on the clock. He's getting you a bucket.
Let's
Talking
be
about
real. We're
Andre
talking about Paul
Iguodala.
Pierce.
You know, it's a great episode when we're screaming.
Jay Kelton to my left, Latif Mustafa, Addison Mosley, Rick Dunkel, this entire UINDY TV staff for having us on the desk. Last call.
Breaking in the Indy community, a man is dead after a shooting Saturday afternoon on the east side of Indianapolis, according to police. Officers responded around 3:30 p.m. to the area of the 1400 block of North Webster Street to reports of a person being shot. Police found the man, who was later pronounced dead. As of Sunday afternoon, no suspect had been arrested and an investigation is ongoing. However, police said there was no threat to the public. Anyone with information is asked to call Metro Police at 317-327-3475 or email Detective Daniel Hyatt at daniel.hiatt@indy.gov.
The Beech Grove community gathered today to remember police officer Brian Elliott. Elliott was shot in the line of duty last Monday after responding to a domestic call. He was transported to Ezanaki downtown, where he passed away due to injury. Elliott leaves behind a wife and his parents, a brother and sister, 2 godchildren, and several more loved ones and friends. All last week, vigils were held in honor of the 33-year-old. His patrol car parked in front of the Beech Grove Police Department was decorated with flowers. Visitation and ceremonies were held yesterday, and today at Beech Grove High School he was honored with the full escort to Crown Hill Cemetery on the north side.
Rondale Moore, the former Purdue football star, died last week in New Albany, Indiana, of what is reportedly a self-inflicted gunshot wound. He was 25. The New Albany native played 3 seasons at Purdue, where he was an All-American. In 2018, he was Big Ten Freshman of the Year and Receiver of the Year. That year, Moore had 114 receptions for 1,258 yards and 12 touchdowns, alongside 2 rushing touchdowns over 13 games. Moore's last 2 years in West Lafayette were limited by injuries. In 2021, Moore was selected 49th in the NFL draft by the Arizona Cardinals. He had 135 catches, totaling 1,201 yards and 4 touchdowns over 39 games for the Cardinals.
Fire crews battled a heavy blaze early Saturday as fire broke out at the Marion Veteran Affairs Medical Center campus on East 38th Street. According to crews, the fire was hard to control and caused one building to collapse. Crews from surrounding areas responded to the call of 3 engineering buildings engulfed in flames. The water sprinkler system was disabled at the time of the fire due to ongoing renovations in the building where it is believed the fire originated from. According to the Marion Fire Chief Curtis Garr, no civilian or firefighter-related injuries were reported. The cause of the fire is not yet known.
Cleanup is now underway on the west side of Bloomington after they were hit by an EF2 tornado last Thursday. The National Weather Service confirmed the tornado Friday evening around 7 p.m. as part of a supercell thunderstorm. The tornado had top speeds of 120 miles per hour and spun across 4 miles. It caused damage throughout neighborhoods, tearing up roofs and knocking over power lines. The Monroe County Emergency Management Agency has announced they've begun cleanup in the Fieldstone subdivision, one of the hardest hit spots. Several businesses were hit, including a Kia dealership and the Monroe County Humane Association, which had the roof ripped off its vet clinic and began flooding. Officials have said that all the animals inside are safe, although the building will need significant repairs.
6 soon-to-be-open locations of the beloved chicken franchise Chick-fil-A is set to bring lots of job opportunities to Indianapolis and the surrounding area. The new locations have created up to 600 available positions across central Indiana. Named locations include Beech Grove, Plainfield, Franklin, Bloomington, and the south side of Indianapolis. To celebrate each location opening, Chick-fil-A will donate $25,000 to Feeding America to support help local hunger relief efforts.
Yesterday, a local coffee shop who's not usually open on Sundays, held a Coffee for a Cause event to help support families in need. Here's Vanessa Sanchez with more.
My name is Vanessa Sanchez. I'm here at Lulu's Coffee and Bakehouse, where every donation today goes to families in need. I had a chance to speak with the owner and their family to talk about why this means so much to them.
I bought the shop in 2017, and it's a pre-existing shop. It's originated in 2002. And I have always loved to bake, and I've loved coffee since I was in the single digits. So I've kind of been our at-home baker. If anybody in our family needed cakes or cookies, I've always been the to-go person. So yeah, it's coffee and baking have kind of been a passion for me. So.
Your bakery is normally closed on Sundays. Why was it important for you to put on this cause specifically?
Well, our customers are obviously impacted by a lot of these issues. Also, our staff is impacted. My family's impacted. I'm an immigrant. I came to this country when I was 3. And I remember going to daycare, not knowing how to speak the language. I know that my parents worked day and night shifts. They were not able to see each other a lot of the time. So it's obviously something that impacted me personally.
Lulu's is such a big part of the community. So many people that walk in here every single day, we don't know what they're going through. We don't know what their relation to this kind of situation is. And so we're so much more than a coffee shop. We're a member of the community. And I think just showing support for everyone, regardless of where they're coming from, is really important. So just being a space for people to show up authentically and know that regardless of what they're going through, they're supported here. So the 3 organizations that it's going to is Patchwork Indy, which the owner of Patchwork, the COO, he is in charge of just kind of when immigrants do come to Indiana, he helps them find the resources to make it and just be able to adapt to Indiana. Coalition for Our Immigrant Neighbors is also another central Indiana-based organization that helps provide resources for those in the Indianapolis area. And then National Immigration Justice Center, I believe, is the last one. They are a nationally focused organization just helping immigrants, giving back to immigrants and those that have been impacted by all of the stuff that's going on with ICE as well.
For UINDYTV News, I'm Vanessa Sanchez.
Thank you, Vanessa. Let's turn to the weather desk now. Jace, how are the conditions looking for the rest of the week?
Yeah, still some cold weather to be expected here in central Indiana as we head into the next few days. Some of that cold air pushing down in from Canada. Speaking of Canada, looking up here, a system of low pressure is going to eventually spin its way towards the Midwest and towards Indiana. That's going to be our next chance for some rain and snow heading into Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Looking into tomorrow, though, high of 38, gusts of up to 30 miles per hour with some winds. That should settle down, though, as we head into Wednesday. We see a high of 44, a little bit nicer on Wednesday, but as we get into the overnight hours, we'll see some snow, some rain possible as we head overnight into Thursday. Snow is more likely than rain, up to maybe an inch or two possible, could cause some slick spots on the roads as we head into Thursday. That should warm up, though, and all that should melt away throughout the day on Thursday. And then Friday, we get back into the 50-degree mark, 52 degrees on Friday. Should be a much nicer weekend as well, with no rain or snow forecasted in the weekend. When we come back, Nate with sports.
News. How much time we got? Okay. I'll take other coffee. I love coffee.
We're on the air.
All right. Good evening, I'm Chris Hammer, here to report the news for you. For your campus, local, and national headlines, UINDYTV News has got you covered. Wednesdays at 6.
The roundtable where no topic is off limits. NFL, NBA, MLB, college, you name it, we got it. We don't report on sports, we debate them. From legacy to greatness. From touchdowns to blocks at the rim. You decide who's right. Tune in to the debate at UINDY TV on YouTube every Tuesday at 6 p.m. or on Spotify at First Stop Sports.
Yeah. Okay, guys, seriously, basketball and hockey have got to be the best sports around. Speed, skill, drama, 7-game series, they have got it all.
Nah, baseball is the best sport, and that's just a fact, Jace.
You guys are both wrong. It's 100% football. You guys need to get on the football train.
Everyone stop! Why fight now when you can watch us debate on Grand Slam Sports on YouTube on Fridays at 6 p.m. or on Xfinity Channel 1096.
We have basketball, we have tennis, we got golf, got all UIND sports coming your way. But first, we'll start with the Pacers. Indiana Pacers star point guard Tyrese Halliburton will be away from the team for several weeks after being diagnosed with shingles, according to head coach Rick Carlisle. Carlisle said Sunday the conditions developed over the past few days while Halliburton was traveling with the team and described it as painful, but added doctors expect a full recovery. Halliburton has not played this season as he continues to recover from a torn Achilles suffered in Game 7 of last year's NBA Finals. He has remained active on the bench supporting teammates and will be waiting to return after he comes back. Shingles is caused by the same virus responsible for chickenpox and often includes a painful skin rash. The Indiana Pacers have struggled without their star guard, holding a 15-43 record, currently the worst in the Eastern Conference. As we look now at UIndy basketball, well, they're on a little bit of a roll. 4 straight games won by the Greyhound squad, and they moved to 15-11 on the year. Not only are they 15-11, but they're sitting at third in the conference, with a 13-5 record. Their last win against Lewis leading the way was Carmelo Harris and Tyler Parrish, who combined for 40 points in the 74-60 win over the Flyers of Lewis. They'll be on the road on Thursday taking on Truman State. As now we move to some good things happening around campus. The 15th ranked UIndy softball team continued its hot start this weekend, finishing a perfect road trip at the Highlands Classic in West Virginia. The Greyhounds improved to 10-0 on the season with a 6-0 victory over Findlay and a 4-3 win against Indiana of Pennsylvania. Brooklyn Willis sparked the offense with a leadoff home run in Game 1 and later delivered a 2-run walk-off triple in Game number 2. Cheyenne Eads tossed a 2-hitter, while Caitlin Bunt earned a complete game win. UIndy returns to action this weekend against Ferris State on Friday, February 27th. The UIndy men's golf team is teeing off its spring season today and tomorrow at the Old Field Classic in Odie, South Carolina. Greyhounds finished 5th in this tournament 1 year ago and look to build on a strong fall campaign. UIndy capped this fall with a 6th place finish at the Intercollegiate at Nemacolin. Individually, Joseph Armfield recorded his first career top 10 finish, while Jackson Watkins posted a team best tie for 9th at the Dock Spring Invitational and held the 18-hole lead after shooting a 3 under par. The Greyhounds will compete in 5 spring events before postseason play begins at the GLVC Championships in April. I'm not a big golf fan. I think golf is super slow. But you know what? It could be slower? Turtles. I think Charles knows something about turtles. He'll tell you more in a little bit.
First off, Nate, it's tortoises, not turtles. There is a difference. Google it. Thank you for those sports updates. Turning things to a lighter note, this past Friday, 158 giant Galapagos tortoises were brought to the Galapagos Islands to reintroduce the species to their native environment. This specific species has been extinct from the island for 150 years after hunting and introduction to invasive predators depleted the population. This conservation effort has been worked on for over a decade by multiple groups associated with the Galapagos National Park. Not only is this reintroduction good for the species, but it also helps disperse seeds, maintain vegetation, regenerate the surrounding vegetation of their habitat.
UIndy Music is host to set 4 public performances in the next week. The weekly Student Music Department recital will be held this Wednesday, February 25th at noon. UIndy Concerts Choir, Treble Choir, and Scola, under the direction of Cal Lopez and Meredith Smith, will perform Friday, February 27 at 7 p.m. A jazz ensemble concert is being held Sunday, March 1st at 5 p.m. under the direction of Mark O'Connor. And on Tuesday, March 3rd at 7 p.m., there will be an orchestra concert led by Dr. Lori Williams. All 4 concerts are in the Ruth Lilly Performance Hall of the Crystal DeHaan Fine Arts Center on the UIndy campus. All are free for students, LP approved, and open to the public. More information can be found at events.uindy.edu.
Last Tuesday, UIndy brought a taste of New Orleans to campus with their Mardi Gras celebration. Here's Katie Dotson with more.
Hi, my name is Katie Dotson for UIndy TV News, and today we're at Mardi Gras.
They got a lot of dirt up their sleeve. Wonder why, baby, you treat me so cold. Come, yeah, baby, let the good time roll.
This past Fat Tuesday night on February 17th, students gathered at the Student Switzer Center. They celebrated the originally French Roman Catholic holiday that comes right before Lent, affectionately named Mardi Gras or Fat Tuesday.
Yeah, so my name is Selena and I work with the Office of Student Engagement and Belonging, and so our team plans out like what the semester looks like almost a year in advance. So when they told me that we were doing Mardi Gras this year, I got super excited, especially because our VP of Student Affairs is like her last place that she was at was in New Orleans. So we were like, oh, we have to show up and show out. So literally just kind of like putting together like a Pinterest board and kind of looking at like inspo for what all they do like actually in New Orleans for Mardi Gras to kind of help give inspo for tonight's event. Oh, the creativity. Like I've been peeking over to see like what the masks look like that people have been decorating, and they are so cool. Like I would have never thought that people can like take something like very simple and plain like a mask and just like completely like zhuzh it up. And so like it would be really cool to like even do like a Mardi Gras parade one day. But you know, let's dream big here. Let's dream big. So I think the creativity is definitely my favorite part.
Students were thrilled to show off their creativity and indulge in traditional New Orleans foods.
So yeah, I tried the Cajun fries and I tried the shrimp rice thing. It was really, really good. Really good. Oh, I'm ready for next year. I'm excited.
Show me your best jazz hands. Come on, you can do better than that. You gotta be like.
When asked what their favorite part of the celebration was, a student said,
"Just being with my friends and making some masks together, just bonding."
Overall, the night was a success, and many students on campus got to indulge in food, desserts, and fun music. I can't wait to see you there next year, and this has been Katie Dotson for UINDY TV News.
Thank you, Katie. It's so cool to see campus taking part in the celebrations. Pete, did you do anything for Mardi Gras? Did you get to see
I had class that night. I didn't really do anything, but I heard it was I heard it was fun. What did you do for Mardi Gras?
I'm from Illinois, so I don't really know anything about Mardi Gras. But hey, to those that had fun, I hope you had a great night. Thank you for joining us tonight on UINDY TV News.
Be sure to check out all of our productions on YouTube.
And stay up to date on all things sports, news, and entertainment on social media at UINDY TV.
As always, have a good night and be safe, Indy. We'll see you next week.